Hey guys, it's Nikki and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching today's comparison video of the Stoney Clover tote bag and the Stoney Clover duffel. So I have used both of these bags many times and I feel like I can now truly compare and figure out which one might be best for you, or if you're just looking to purchase one and you're not sure, this is what today's video is for you. So let's get started. Never heard of Stoney Clover Lane? Welcome to the loveliness of Stoney Clove. So I have purchased many different bags from Stoney Clover, and I'll leave my Stoney Clover playlist. Yes, we have a Stoney Clover playlist, and I'll leave that linked in the description down below for you to check out after this video, so make sure you hit subscribe when you're down there too. But we are going to dive into the duffel and the tote bag. Stoney Clover is like a lifestyle brand. They have totes, duffels, backpacks, fanny packs, small pouches, mini pouches, large pouches, all of the things, and vanity cases. I just bought one of those. It's real nice. But lots of different options. They've done a lot of collaborations and collections with big companies, Coca-Cola, Target, Disney, to name one of them. So, but today we're focused on the duffel versus the tote. I'm first going to show you the duffel, what you can fit into it, how I use it, and then I'm going to show you the tote, what you can fit into it, and how I use it, and then hopefully that will help you determine which bag is best for you, or if you're like me, you just buy both. We will talk a little bit about customization, different colors, different options that they have, so let's get going. So we're going to start with the duffel, and this duffel is in grape, and it's actually the color of my tote bag as well. A lot of Stoney Clover girls have like a core color that they just love and gravitate towards, and they'll have like every item in that core color. My core color is grape. I'm a purple girl through and through. They also have like a lilac, but I just liked the grape better. It's a little like more purple to me than the lilac has, which you would think it would be opposite, but lilac has like just like a little hint of pink, which is fine, but I'm more of a grape girl, so that's my favorite core color. But I have mine customized to say Nicole. I did a different pastel colors and then used the Mickey as my O. And I'm sure you're wondering, like, who's Nicole? I'm Nicole, but mainly I go by Nikki. It depends on like how someone knows me, as if they call me Nicole or if they call me Nikki. Professional settings, like at my work, everyone calls me Nicole. If they knew me in sports or as like just my family, then it's most likely going to be Nikki. But the reason I put Nicole, only reason I put Nicole on this bag and not Nikki, was because I wanted to use the O for the Mickey. That's the only reason why I went with Nicole, because I wanted to have it a little bit Disney style, but not too much Disney. And this is legitimately probably one of my favorite bags. I love traveling with this bag. This is my personal item. We buy Southwest. I've never had any issues with this being my personal item. It goes right under the seat in front of me. No problems at all. It does get kind of dirty in this bag and my tote, honestly, need to be cleaned. But it's very simple to clean. I spot clean with like Dawn Power Wash and a hot towel. And then if you need to, you can throw it in the wash. Just don't ever dry it. So overall, the duffel has the two main handles, but then it also has a strap up top as well. When I'm traveling with this as my personal item, it normally always sits on the top of my away suitcase. So I will actually take this off, and this is why it's like the smallest that it's at. I guess technically it's not the smallest that it's at. This is the smallest that it's at. But I normally remove this strap and then just fold it and tuck it in to my duffel, because it just kind of gets in the way. If anything, I don't want this to have to get dirty too, if it would get dirty. So I always take that off when traveling, and then I just hook my handles over like the top of my away handle on my suitcase. This does have some wear and tear. You can see that the seams might not focus, but you can see that there's like some fraying up here on the handle and on this one as well. But honestly, for the amount of times that I've used this, that doesn't surprise me. I travel a lot. I traveled every single month except one last year. Traveled again in January, and pretty much every time I have taken this duffel. If you've watched my pack with me, you've seen how I've packed this. But either I take this or my tote. I took my tote in our, did I take our tote in November? I think I took my tote on our cruise in November, but the majority of the time I do like taking my duffel if I need that extra space. So inside of the duffel, this is something that some people might not like about Stoney Clover, is that they don't have any pockets inside. So it is purely just a wide open spaces, yeah. The world is your oyster, the world is your palm tree. Everything is open in there, and you can do whatever you want with it. So there's that. It zips very nicely. This is like a throwback, but Parent Trap is like one of my fave movies. And every time I like pull my duffel out, I always think of when Haley had to pull her duffel out of the pile. And that is just like one of my favorite movies. I have some hand sanitizer connected to it as well. And then it has some like extra details on the side. But overall, I love, love, love my duffel. I will say they are very expensive, but my like price per use right now is very low. So I'll continue to use this. I would love to get like a Disney focused duffel, but I do like having my grape, because if we don't go to Disney, which normally never happens, we always go to Disney, but I would also like, I took this to Washington DC with me one trip, and like I can use it for other things as well. But now that I have a duffel, I really enjoy using my duffel. I could definitely see myself like getting another one in the future. So let's talk about what fits in the duffel now. I just grabbed my large pouch, and it was folded, so I need to like pop it open to show you, and now stuff's just flying at me. All right, so it can fit 3 large pouches, like when they're like very full too, not just flat like this one currently is. And then I have my new clear princess one that I just got. So I'm just going to shove these in here, and this red one is not doing it for me. But I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So this red one is pushed all the way over, and I'm just going to put like a little bit of space because it's kind of collapsing on me. But you can see at least room for one more large pouch in here. I know they're kind of falling on top of each other now, but just trust me, you can fit 3 large pouches fairly easily into the large duffel with room to grow, or with a little bit room to move like on the sides. I will say if you expand it too far wide, so not long, if it's wide, then it does get kind of hard to zip. So just make sure that when you're packing, if you are really stuffing this baby in here, just make sure that you can zip it when you're done. But this is the duffel. I love it. It comes in tons of different colors. You can customize it any way that you would like, or you don't have to customize it at all. It's totally up to you. So now let's talk about the tote. So this is the tote. Again, this is also in grape, has the 2 handles up top, and then it does have the strap as well. Strap works the same way as the duffel. So it has like this piece right here, and then you can tighten it or make it as loose as you would like. The fun thing about the tote is that it does actually have a pocket, and I wish they would add this into the duffel and even the backpack. It is so handy just to be able to like throw some things in here. They have a mini tote as well that I do not currently own, but this one is really nice to like take to the office if you're from home, but every once in a while I have to go in to like our main office, and so this is like a great option. It fits my laptop. It is very large. Like I said, they do have a mini one as well. It should be great for teachers too, because I know you have just like all of the things, and it would definitely fit in here. So I'm now going to take my large pouch and stick it in here. So you can't really, so the big difference between the tote and the duffel is like how wide it is. So the biggest difference between the tote and the duffel is like how wide it is. So you can see that the large pouch can fit like width-wise, and you would probably be able to still zipper it. Yeah, you can still zipper it, but then your tote gets very, very wide. So I would say if you're doing the large pouches, maybe 2, but I personally would put them in like the long way, and then you could put them side by side that way, and then you have room like on your sides of your totes, like on this side and this side, that you can like stick maybe a small pouch or a water bottle, anything in there. But overall, the shape of the tote really holds itself. It does have some like lining, or not lining, it does have some like boning a little bit on the sides and on the bottom. The bottom is very sturdy. This side is dirty, but it is a great option. Again, I've used this as my personal item. I feel like it was a little bit harder. I'm trying to remember if it was harder to loop these over or if I used my wrap. I think I used my wrap to keep this one on my luggage. But again, when I travel and use these as personal items, I always take these off, just because they kind of just get in the way through security, and I don't want them to have to like drag on the belt, anything like that, or like when I'm pushing them under the seat in front of me. So yeah, you don't have to remove them if you are carrying them. Obviously you would keep them on, but I always put them on my suitcase, so I just tear that off. So overall, the biggest difference I would say is the width between the tote and the duffel. This one I do not have personalized currently. However, I do have 2 Mickey and Minnie two Mickey and Minnie patches that I want to put on here. I think that would be really cute. They're like the pearly ones. They're from like a really old release, but I grabbed them, bought one on resale, and I just haven't gotten it done yet, honestly. I have a person local to me that can sew them on, but they are just a heavier patch. Almost said pouch again. A heavier patch. And so I might get it done. So you can like, I could take this to a Stoney Clover store and they would sew those on for me. With like, I think it's like $15 customization fee. So I probably will just end up doing that. I'm hoping to go to the Newport store in September. So like, yeah, it's only March, but still I can wait to make sure that it's done the way that I want it to be done. It's going to be the biggest bag that they offer, but like for a size comparison, it's not that big. Like if I fully pull this out, it's like maybe like 1 or 2 inches of that big of a difference, kind of, or maybe they're even the same when I pull it all the way out. But it's like the width that the duffel has over the tote to allow more like large pouches, and it might be, I don't even know, the tote probably is taller than the duffel. No, they're about the same. they're about the same. It honestly just comes down to like what type of style that you want, but I've been able to use both for personal items, no problems on Southwest. Check your airline. Don't at me if Delta or American doesn't let you carry those on. But overall, I really do enjoy both bags. I'm looking forward to getting my tote customized just so it's a little cuter, but it really depends on the type of trip that I'm going on, if I'm going to use my tote or if I'm going to use my duffel. Weekend trips definitely lean more towards my duffel just because I can fit a little bit more into it, and I'm probably only going to take a carry-on. And then for my tote, if I'm checking a bag and I don't have to carry on a lot with me, then I might end up using my tote. But 9 times out of 10, I am going to just always lean towards my duffel, even if it's not full when I'm carrying it on, because your girl likes to merch shop. And so I'm definitely going to purchase something in Disney or wherever we're traveling to then be able to put in my duffel when we come back home. Alright you guys, that was today's video comparing the tote versus the duffel. Let me know in the comments down below which one that you like more. Do you have a certain duffel that you use all the time? Or are you more of a tote person? Again, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I share lots of magical content here at home and at the theme parks. And I hope you guys have a magical rest of your day, and I will see you real soon. Bye!